This is Escape from Tarkov, a gritty, hardcore first-person shooter developed by Battlestate Games, consisting of a lot of shooting and somewhat cooler moments like this. And, of course, its fair share of goofiness. Anyways, Tarkov is the start of a new genre in the gaming industry, the extraction shooter. And this review will break down the game's various aspects and assign a rating on a scale from 1 to 10 for each category. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, because making it cost me my left kidney. Let's hop straight into it. There are an infinite amount of ways you could play Tarkov, with some popular evolutions being the rat who hides in the dark corners and waits to stomp on a spray, and the Chad who kicks down doors and bodies people like a train. Tarkov is pretty free in the ways you can play the game, and some playstyles even have a cult following. My overall rating for the gameplay styles is 8 filthy little rats out of 10. There are 9 maps in Escape from Tarkov, with a diverse selection of long-range and close-range maps, creating a lot of interesting situations and opportunities where you get to choose how you want to play the game. But how does Tarkov actually work? Everyone matches up into a match. You all spawn on different sides of the map, and you have to extract on the other side to get the loot and experience. Spawns and extracts are located on the opposite sides of the map, so you have to move around the map and interact with players to get to the other side and extract. This creates conflict and situations that you have to get out of. The attention to detail in the maps are very high, and there's a lot of little secrets that you can find. The future plans for the maps are to make them into one big open world map, which sounds pretty cool on paper, but I don't know how good it's going to be in reality. We'll have to see and wait for that one. There are a lot of good points about the maps, but when new maps get implemented, they are not well optimized. So badly optimized that it makes them unplayable. Like a good 60% of the player base can't play the new maps until they're reworked again and again and again, which in my opinion is unacceptable and unprofessional. My overall rating for the maps is 7 tomato towns out of 10. Most of Tarkov's player base consists of welcoming and helpful people that will help the newer players. Of course, there are bad apples, but that's in every game. Sadly, the hacking situation is pretty bad. So badly that on average, every 2 raids you'll run into one hacker.
So this is the start of a normal match in Escape from Tarkov. It's a night raid, so it's harder to spot players, unless you flip on ESP. You can see the player's level, kill to death ratio, their distance, what gun they have out, how much ammo they have, their hitbox or skeleton, everything with this cheat.
Shout out to Mr. Goat for giving us a great look into the hacking situation. Link in the description. My overall rating for the player base is 7 goats out of 10. Let's just get this out of the way. The communication is near none. Recently, they've created roadmaps. This is a very new thing, and let's just hope they keep going in this direction. But let's remember, they did create a piece of art, a piece of gaming history. For a lot of us, this game gave us a lot of good memories. My overall rating for the devs is 6 out of 10. I think we can all agree that the guns in Tarkov are unmatched. With a wide range of different guns, old guns, new guns, and of course, weird guns. There are endless gun builds you can make. The customization is unlimited. My overall rating for the guns is 10 stormtroopers out of 10. Drip or drown, bear man. Nothing to complain about. 8 rollies out of 10. The combat in Tarkov is quite unique and adrenaline pumping. The skill ceiling is very high, so there's lots to learn. Sadly, the way the game is built right now rewards a rat playstyle. But when things pack out and you have a good firefight, even if you get head-eyes, the game feels amazing. My overall rating for the PvP is 8 Saliwas out of 10. To be blunt, the PvE is quite shite. It does create a lot of funny moments though.
Daar rende die, maar hij is er weer naar onder gegaan.
Oh, hij is er gedaan! Hop!
But to get head eyes from 2 kilometers away through 2 bushes and a tree doesn't seem very realistic or fun for the game's sake. My overall rating for the PvE is 4 glue cars out of 10. With a pretty unique and gritty art style, the game looks great. And the guns? I mean, the guns look even better. The maps are filled with a lot of attention to detail, and that makes the game quite immersive. But, as I said earlier, when new maps get introduced, the performance of the game drops. So you kinda have to have a streamer PC build to run the game, which is obviously pretty bad. My overall rating for the graphics and performance is 6 4090 RTXs out of 10. All of the sound effects in Escape from Tarkov sound amazing, but that's where the good things about the audio end. If you think someone is to the left of you, he might be to the right of you. If you don't hear anyone upstairs, there might be a guy full sprinting upstairs. You never know. They've tried to improve the audio again and again, but honestly, the audio still sucks ass. My overall rating for the audio is 3 out of 10. Let's say you get into a raid. It's first going to connect you to the server, which on average takes like 4 minutes, which is already wild. Then it still has to load in all the items, and all the other players also have to load in all the items, which takes even more time. And a lot of people that play the game also have potato PCs, which takes even more time. And the server connection itself is pretty bad with all the rubber banding and latency. The servers ain't great. My overall rating for the servers is out of 10. I already talked a bit about the cheater problem before. That's because sadly the cheaters are part of the player base, which is a sad truth, but there are way more than you might think. Most of the cheaters just go to kill the scav bosses or run across the map to grab the LEDX and the green keycard and extract. Most of the cheaters try to avoid any contact at any cost, so they can get in and out of the raid with as much money as possible and as little of a risk. My overall rating for the cheater problem is 2 out of 10. The game got an average rating of a 6.066 something, which I honestly agree with. The game has its flaws, but there's definitely potential for a great game. I just wish they would start listening to the community more and add a goddamn Overwatch system. My final rating for the game is a 6 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Like, sub, and have a great day.